Yo, what's good? Salutations to the nations. It's your boy, Young Sinai.
Angel Knot.
So, today I am going to be revealing my handheld collection to you all and just kind of going over why I have certain handhelds, what they mean to me. And yeah, so let me start off by saying I love handheld gaming, right? I love it more than console gaming, PC gaming, any of that, right? For a few reasons. One, because just as an adult, as a 38-year-old man with a wife and two kids, running two businesses, and working a full time job, it is so dope to be able to pull out a video game and just play it while you're out on the go. You know, it's just something so special about knowing that I will never get bored because I have a handheld in my backpack or in my pocket. And handhelds, they allow you to go on a vacation without having to buy a plane ticket. And I just really love that. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we got the OG DMG Game Boy. Like many of you all, this was my first handheld. Not this one specifically. I don't even remember where I got this from. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if I bought this from a garage. No, I know I didn't buy it from a garage sale. I don't know if I bought this on eBay. I don't know where this mysterious Game Boy came from, but I've had it for several years. It's not modded or anything. I don't even have any games for it other than wait for it. Wait for it. Can y'all guess? Can y'all guess? Y'all could probably guess. Tetris. You know? This Game Boy, the screen actually fell off, but I hot glued it back on and it's been sticking for years, you know? So I love this. This is one of the best designed handheld consoles. It just looks so good. It's so iconic, right? Plus, for any handheld console that has the headphone jack at the bottom, I deduct a point if it's at the top. It just feels the handheld is already towards you. It just makes sense for the headphone jack to go straight to you. You know what I mean? So they even knew that way back then. So love the DMG OG Game Boy. All right, moving along. Next, this is my dad's PSP. So my dad passed away a couple years ago. And anytime that I have the opportunity to talk about him on the channel, I'm going to talk about him. This whole channel is dedicated to him. He was a huge gamer, and he's the one who got me into gaming. This is his PSP. I don't even play it. I just keep it around. I just keep it around my office for display. But I did have a PSP growing up. I don't know what happened to it. But PSP is a classic, okay? And it was just so dope how it was low key, like it was kind of the first smartphone, but it wasn't a phone. It couldn't make calls, but the fact that it was just such a multimedia device, I mean, granted it's Sony, so it only makes sense for them to make a device like that, right? But the fact that you're able to watch movies, listen to music, play games. This thing was phenomenal. The fact that the games came on that little stupid. Oh, what it got one in here? What's in here? Need for Speed Carbon. The fact that the games came on this, that was always kind of stupid to me. But this is a classic. I feel like this design even still holds up to this day. Next, we got the Steam Deck OLED, the king of handhelds. I remember I made my video comparing the Steam Deck to the Nintendo Switch, and you guys lost your minds. Oh my gosh, chill.
Chill. Yeah, hold on.
But Steam Deck OLED, absolutely the best handheld. Is it my favorite? I don't know. It might be, it might not be. It's not my favorite handheld, to be honest with you. I love it. It's probably my second favorite handheld. I'll show you guys what my favorite handheld is this video. But so the Steam Deck OLED, when the Steam Deck first came out, I really, really wanted it, the original Steam Deck. But I kept hearing people complain about the battery. I was like, oh man, I do not want to buy that thing for the battery to last 15 minutes. And when the OLED came out, was talking about how great the screen was and everything. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But what's that battery life looking like? Then they said they improved the battery. I was like, now is the time to get it. So I was so excited about this. I did not want it to be sold out and for me to not be able to get one. I remember I was sitting in my barber chair, already had everything in the cart ready to go as soon as it launched, and I hit buy. So I love this handheld. It is super dope. If I had to get rid of all my handheld and keep one, this would definitely be the one. Even though it's not my favorite, it's the most powerful and it can play dag near everything, right? But it is my second favorite in the lineup. And I got the kill switch case on it, the D brand kill switch. Love it. Next, we got the Game Kitty Bubble. And there's really not much to say about this other than I saw Retro Game Core. I scratched my nose, okay? I wasn't picking my nose. I scratched it. You can clearly see them on the outside of the nostril. Give me a break. Gosh.
Bruh.
But I saw Retro Game Core doing a video, and I was like, oh my gosh, that thing looks so sexy. It was a red one. But I'm too much of a chicken to like deviate outside of getting black handhelds for the most part. So I just stuck with the black because it does look like a little miniature Game Gear, with some modern day touches. I got this initially specifically to play Sega games, right? It looks really good. I really hate this Game Kitty bubble at the bottom. That looks bad, right? When you're playing the game, you're not paying attention to that. Let's be honest. But why did they name this the bubble? That's the stupidest name ever. Like, what are they thinking? Like, golly, that's dumb. It's all good. Let's go ahead to the next one. Next, we got the Logitech G Cloud. Now, most of my handhelds, as you will see, I try to keep them in a case, man, because when it's in your backpack, you just can't have it just in there, just getting banged up, right? So I try to keep them all in a case. I got this off of eBay, this handheld. So I got this specifically, and I want to make a video about this, but the video might not be necessary because I'm pretty much about to tell you anyway, but I do love this thing, so I'm probably just going to do a video anyway. I got this specifically for no other reason but to play Poke MMO. If you are a Pokemon fan, you need to play Poke MMO. I'm not going to go into a long rant about it because I'll do a video specifically about this as well as Poke MMO, but this is my Poke MMO handheld. And I even got it a little tricked out. Boom. That's so hard. So I got the Jolteon and I got a Pikachu cartridge sticker. So I got these stickers off Etsy, man. And the heck? Oh. Oh my gosh. That mud turned on. I was like, what is that? I was like, where is that coming from? So, anyways, I got these stickers off Etsy, and Pokemon MMO, I feel like, or Poke MMO, I feel like it's going to be a lifelong game for me as long as Nintendo never shuts them down. So, since it's a lifelong game, I felt like it just deserved its own handheld. I don't have anything on here but Poke MMO. The Logitech G Cloud. Okay, so next we got a Nintendo Switch OLED and a Nitro deck, right? So this is a Splatoon Nintendo Switch OLED. I think that looks super dope, even though I never get to see it because it's in here. And I really like this. I really like this. And you know what I discovered? When I got the Steam Deck, see, I had the original Nintendo Switch and I was perfectly fine, perfectly content with it, but I never had a handheld with an OLED screen. So I got the Steam Deck OLED and I was like, whoa, this screen is crazy. It completely enhances the gaming. So I started rebuying a lot of the games that I had for the Nintendo Switch. I started buying them on the Steam Deck OLED, and then it dawned on me like, dude, you're wasting heck of money. Like, this makes no sense. Just get a used Nintendo Switch OLED. So that's what I did, right? And yeah, it worked out pretty good. So it's nothing to say about the Nintendo Switch that you guys don't already know. It's revolutionary in the sense of being able to hook it to the TV and everything. Y'all already know what this is. Come on now, be for real. I will be upgrading to the Nintendo Switch 2 when that comes out. Lord willing, I will be. And hope it is 100% backwards compatible. Right now, I'm not sure if it's backwards compatible with an asterisk. I'm not sure. So we'll just see. But yeah, love this. Next up, we have my modded new Nintendo 3DS XL. So I have the Spider-Man Secret Wars edition. I know nobody on the face of the earth has that, right? So let me tell y'all what I did. So I got a clear case, okay? And then on Free Comic Book Day, I got free comic books, and then I cut it to fit here. Right? Tell me that's not hard. Tell me that's not cold, man. Tell me that is not dope. And I got a bunch of different comic books like this that I done cut up, and free comic books that I done cut up to put. Man, dog. Tell me that's not the dopest Nintendo 3DS XL that you've ever seen in your life. Tell me. Come on now, be for real. So, of course, I modded this when the eShop closed. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. This is what got me into emulation in the first place. So, at first, I was actually against emulation and against piracy, right? Because I am a Christian, okay? And I was like, this is stealing or whatnot. And the Nintendo eShop closed, or they made the announcement that they're going to close. And so I was buying games for it left and right. I was buying so many games off the eShop. I probably spent like $300 on games. And then I learned that, and I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I am. Excuse me. That you can't transfer the games that you get from the eShop to a different 3DS XL. Like if the 3DS XL itself was to break, I guess for whatever reason, there's some type of code in the data that links it directly to my 3DS. I was like, yo, that's whack. Like that is super whack. So they're shutting this shop completely down, and I might lose the only device that I'm ever able to play this stuff on. So then I just started thinking, like, if these companies don't want to sell me the game, then I'm not stealing it. Because if there was a legal option, then I would just buy the game. I just proved that because I just spent like $300 on these games. And so that's kind of where I started my whole emulation journey, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Was, downloading H Shop. So love this. And tell me, leave in the comments if you think this look dope or if you think this look whack. If you think it look whack, look, this just ain't the channel for you, okay? All right, let's move on. All right, so next we got the AYN Odin 2. And this is one of the newer consoles that I have. And I have it in this protective case because I'm clumsy. This thing is very, very slick. I just felt like, I feel like this thing is sliding out of my hands every time I hold it. So I got this protective case. I wish they had it in black, but I mean, I'm cool with, the clear. It looks fine. It took a while to grow on me because I didn't like it at first. But I love this. I love the LED. The LEDs on the side, like that's super dope. I use this for PS1 and higher because it just feels right. It feels comfortable. Right now, I am comfortable. Did I say that right? It feels comfortable. Right now, I'm playing through Metal Gear Solid again. One of my favorite games of all time. Haven't played it since I was a kid. I also realized that this is a really good device to get footage for my top 10 videos, to do screen recording and then upload it to Drive since it's an Android device. So that makes that pretty easy. Praise God. So that is what I am using this for. But yeah, I really like this handheld and I would definitely recommend it. Okay, next we have the Pal Kitty. I can never remember the name of this. The Pal Kitty RGB20SX. So I got this specifically to play Pico 8 games because of this square screen, right? It is perfect to look at Pico 8 games on. I like the clear white. They didn't have a solid black. So, and I wanted to do something a little different, but not too different. I didn't want to go with the yellow, even though it looked good when other people like Tech Dweeb had it. But yeah, this is a very good handheld if you want to play Pico 8. If you're playing Pico 8, I would definitely recommend this. Next, the Playdate. Look at this. This is so cool. Hold on. You order them, we crank them out. Get it? Because it has a crank. But I really like this. I do not use this as a handheld, though, to be perfectly honest with you. I use it as a clock. I use it as a clock for my desk. And it's cool because, like, if I'm working on something and I want to take a little quick break, I'll just pick it up and I'll play one of the games for it. And yeah, I think that's going to be the life of this. Just sitting on my desk, playing games when I want to take a little break. I think when I first got it, I, had intentions on taking it out and about, but it's just not that type of handheld to me, especially since it doesn't have a backlight. And every time I get ready to play it, I always try to like hit a button to like turn up the brightness. Dude, there is no brightness. There is no backlight. But yeah, I do like this. When I first got it, I wasn't really feeling it, but as more of the games have come in week by week, because it doesn't give you all the games up front for some reason. So it's like two every week. But as the games have been coming in, some of the games have been resonating with me. I do like some of them, particularly the puzzle games. Next, we have the Anbernic RG35XX. So I got this actually after owning the Miyu Mini, the original Miyu Mini. I was a big fan of the Miyu Mini, but two things was an issue. One, my hands really started to cramp, like really, really bad. Uh, and the next thing is I was playing it in my kitchen and I don't know, it slipped from my hands and dropped and broke. And that was when the Miyu Mini was super rare. I don't know if it still is, but then it was very rare. So in order for me to get a new one, I was gonna have to go on eBay and drop like $300. That was not about to happen. So I picked up the Anbernic RG35XXS. No, I'm sorry, the RG35XX. And yeah, I really like this. You know, I like the DMG gray design, rock with that. And so I was like, yeah. And this was pretty much my go-to handheld until we get to my favorite. But before we get to my favorite, I know this is everybody's everyday carry, right? I've seen so many videos. I know you guys have seen so many videos talking about the Trim UI brick. So I have so many thoughts on this handheld. I'm going to save them for a different video. But I will say, I really do like this handheld. I'm not going to be keeping it. I'll get to that in a different video. But I will talk about some stuff that I like. I like the LED lights that, see, they're right there. LEDs. I like that, man. Yo, you put LEDs on the handheld, it'll be like, take my money, take my money. Yeah, I think that this is a sexy little console. And I really, really, really wish that I could keep it, but I can't. And I will be explaining that in a different video, but I'll let you guys know pretty much what it is right now. It's so comfortable in my pocket, right? But my hands cramp when I use this for a good amount of time. And I know I could just use it just here and there, like not use it for long periods of time, but like I want to play Game Boy games, man, and some of those Game Boy games are kind of long. But yeah, I can't keep it due to that. So next I'm going to talk about an honorable mention, which is my phone. My phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Okay. Sometimes it is not socially acceptable to pull out a handheld and start gaming. It's just not. Like if you're like at a funeral or something, you cannot just pull out a handheld and start gaming. You're going to get looked at crazy. So, but it is socially acceptable to pull out your phone. Not all places, obviously. You know, you're still going to get looked at crazy if you're just on your phone the entire time at a funeral. But a phone is a lot more socially acceptable in certain settings. Therefore, I have games that don't really require like using a D-pad or something like that. So I really like to play like Into the Breach on this. That's pretty fun. I'm not good at Into the Breach. I really like that game, but I am not good at it. So I'll go ahead and say the Z Fold 4 as an honorable mention. Okay, and now, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite handheld. Write in the comments, hit pause, write in the comments what you think it's going to be. Boom. The Anbernic RG35X SP. This is my favorite handheld of all time as of right now. First off, look at this sticker I got on this mug. I got this mug from Etsy. Yo, if you ain't getting stickers off Etsy, you slacking. But look at this. Mewtwo, Mewtwo. And then they threw in this other. Boom. I cannot remember this Pokemon's name. I know it's a bug type, but yeah, they threw that in for free. But I love this. I love this DMG color. This is perfect for on the go. Now, compared to the Trim UI brick, okay, I was going to replace this with the Trim UI brick, but it's just so much more hand real estate, for lack of better terms, with using this. My hand does not cramp up when I'm using this. There is plenty of space for my hands to rest. Whereas this, even when I tried different hand positions, it just didn't feel natural. But the SP, like, I'm good to go, you know? And this, it like, you can hardly feel it in your pocket. It low-key feels like just like you got a wallet in your pocket. Like one time I forgot that it was even, I was like, where is it? Where is it? I was looking everywhere, but it was in my pocket. Like that's how small it is, which is awesome. And I do kind of miss that. And when I put this back in my pocket, it just seemed like a brick, right? But after a few days, I was once again back in the mindset of like barely even noticing that this was in my pocket. So as far as handhelds, for me personally, the Anbernic RG35X SP is the king for retro, specifically retro gaming on the go. And that's just me. Hate me if you want. Hate me in the comments. I don't care. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed that. I've been meaning to make that video for a while. Handhelds are near and dear to my heart for sure. But I'm also going to do a video talking about, I want to make sure I did this video for you guys to let you see what my handheld collection was, because I'm actually, believe it or not, going to be downsizing this collection. And I'll get to why in a different video. But yeah, all right, y'all. God bless and salutations to the nations. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. I'm on my journey to my first 1,000 subs, and I'm trying to get monetized up in this mug. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Peace.
Angel not.
I want to make sure I did this. Oh my gosh.